the Transport for London has it right, for example. I think the level of cutoff for the additional charge they're levying on diesels is appropriate, because those are the cars that do have the heightened and raised emissions. But if you're looking at cars after that, they're not that bad. They don't deserve the criticism that they get.
The trouble is, it's been such a mixed message, hasn't it? Because
yeah.
we had the government at one point saying, right, diesel is to be encouraged. Then suddenly it wasn't to be. And then, of course, the manufacturers themselves didn't help very much when they were massaging the figures anyway.
No, that of course, is something that you really can't condone, but that's one particular manufacturer. Other manufacturers have been doing their best.
To be fair, it was more than one, wasn't it? I mean,
well, other manufacturers have been implicated, but nobody's been prosecuted at this point. Okay, so I don't want to jump over that bridge just yet. Okay, so we all know Volkswagen had issues, and people are getting prosecuted for that. And but there's a lot of money and a lot of very smart people who are putting out very good diesel engine solutions right now. You're looking at a decline in nitrous oxide, you're looking at a decline in particulates, then you have the capture systems for particulates, like AdBlue, and then the afterburn systems that reduce the particulate counts to negligible levels. So
I tweeted earlier that you were coming on and that this was your view. A lot of people saying, well, nobody really cares anymore about diesel and petrol because that's going to be history very soon. We are moving into an electric age.
I don't doubt that in the long term, and I'm talking a very long term. I think
decades or?
Yes, absolutely. I think decades, and I think there's a future for electrics, of course. And there's one thought that, you get this big fleet of electrics running around the UK, and all of a sudden there's going to be brownouts and blackouts because of all the electricity they're using. But there's also a lot of electricity used to produce the petrol that cars use. So that if there's a decline in demand for petrol, that production goes down. That electricity potential is still in the grid, and that could be used to fuel EVs.
What do you, as editor of Motor Trader, what do you drive?
I drive a diesel. I drive a Honda Civic. Yes, Honda Civic 1.6 D-Tech.
And as far as you're concerned, that's as environmentally sound as anything else on the road?
It's an excellent car. It's an excellent car. I have friends of mine at Honda who, I generally get about 55, 60 out of this car. I have friends who are hypermilers. They're getting between 85 and 90 mpg out of this car. And I'd like to see, there's maybe a couple of hybrids that can do that. And that's when they have a very big battery pack to get that extended electric phase before the engine kicks in. It's a really good car. And there's still a case for diesel for people who do more than 15,000 miles a year, because by that point, the mileage demands the cost, really, of that mileage works.
All right, Julian, it's good of you to come in. Julian Buckley, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.